Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. Hello and welcome to episode number 104 of Business Behind the Scene. We are in December. How exciting. It's the last month of the year and I'm truly excited. Like literally, I have had the biggest year of my entire business and a lot of letting go and a lot of pivoting and a lot of it's been happening. But anyway, before I get started, I wanted to ask you, how are you? How are you in this crazy world? Do you feel the energy? Do you feel what's going on in the world? Are you okay? Are you reaching out? Are you stopping? Are you slowing down? Are you listening? Are you listening to what's truth to you, not to everybody else, and just do what's right for you? And that's something that right now, this year, we all had to learn to remember who we are, to remember what we stand for, to remember what we believe, to remember what we want to do or not want to do, regardless if it's one thing or the other, and regardless of what our friends think, and regardless of what our family or anybody else thinks. So I just wanted to acknowledge you and acknowledge this tough time of the life where we are at, and lots of decisions and lots of repercussion to our decisions and a lot of consequences to our decisions. So whatever you choose, be you, and surround yourself with people that are like-minded no matter what. I choose to stay open to everybody's opinion and not judge everybody and anybody, and understand everybody make a decision from the place of what they think is best for their life. That's it. That's all I believe. So anyway, we're going back to us. I don't really talk about this stuff often, but I felt that it's needed as leaders. Sometimes we need to remember people who they are, remember people why they are where they are, and so just make sure that you don't change your mind, you don't change who you are for anybody else. So anyway, that was me going a little bit deep this morning. But also I wanted to acknowledge that one of the pattern in my life is that I've got lots of people that, I'm very lucky, I've got lots of people that want to hang out and want to be friends, and that's beautiful. And what happens in the past, I got overwhelmed, and I hate letting people down. And I don't really enjoy saying yes and then saying no. But at the same time, I've been learning how to listen to my body, what my body needs. So I've slowly started to be more and more on my own, and started to not engage with people as much and friends as much, because I was afraid of letting them down somehow and not be able to stick to my word. And if I was tired and exhausted, have to cancel last minute plans, which I hate doing. So I stopped promising, I stopped organizing, I stopped putting myself out there, I stopped saying yes to any social gathering because I was afraid of letting people down. So what happened is that, fast forward a couple of years into these pushing people away, then I woke up one day going, holy guacamole, I'm alone. I haven't really nurtured my friendships. I haven't really been there for my friends. I haven't let them be there for me. And that is not good. That's not who I am. And that's not the truth of the core of who I am. I think that I let overwhelm take over. I chose overwhelm over friendship, and I chose my well-being, what I thought it was my well-being, but actually isn't. So it was very awakening for me this year to know that I actually do enjoy people's company. I do enjoy, not everybody's company, but the right people company. And I do enjoy being a good friend, and I do enjoy giving, and I do enjoy surrounding myself with like-minded people. And I do enjoy spending time helping friends, whatever they need, because that's who I am. That's where I come from. In Italy, we're very, your friends are your family. So if they need to move, you're moving. Right? You're moving with them. What that means, you help them move. You don't just let them go through that by themselves. And when you do it together, it's fun. When you do it by yourself, it's heavy and hard and difficult. So I spent the weekend helping a friend moving, which was so fulfilling for me, and was very helpful for her. And then I spent the weekend just contributing in things that I was able to give back. A friend of mine had a bit of a drama happening to her life. Her house and business burned down literally to the ground, and I'm so grateful that I've got a spare room here in the office. And I said, hey, just come and stay here. And it's so beautiful when we come back home to be able to give. And the other day I was talking to someone that said to me, Francesca, I would love you to help me with business, but at the same time, I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to charge a lot of money to people. I just want to help. I just want to help. And I find it very fascinating how many us coaches, and I've been through that. We just want to be so helpful and want to give and want to keep our prices up and all of that. And I get it. And I also have many people telling me that my prices are way lower than what is out there in the market, and I understand that, and I do it on purpose, but I'm still premium. I'm still charging premium. Out of the premium, I'm one of the lowest, which is okay, but I'm still charging premium. So I would love to remind you, if you're a coach and listening to this, I'd love to remind you that charging little money doesn't mean that you're helping more people. Doesn't necessarily mean that. Like, charging little money, you're actually not helping those people to make harder decisions in their lives. You're actually not making them want to implement what you taught them because it was such a small investment. You're actually not helping them to just change, right? To grow, to transform like you really want them to do. So creating bigger premium packages and high ticket items and programs that can be 6 months or 12 months or anything like that, that's what's going to transform people for good. That's what's going to help them, have an impact. The other day, one of my clients was in a breakout room in one of our 3-day Bootcamp to Scale workshop, and it was fascinating how she turned around to her husband. She didn't know she was unmuted, and she goes, I just can't believe how much stuff this program is giving us. Like, it's crazy the amount of, templates and everything that they give us. And I loved it. I was like, oh, thank you for sharing. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was on mute. And it's like, it's okay. I'm not going to put my prices up just because you said that. Don't you worry. And so it's fascinating how I love hearing this feedback, and it's very, very good for my soul. But in the same time, I do know that I'm also charging premium. Out of the premium, yes, we are over delivering and we are giving our clients, we do everything we can, but at the same time, we are still charging premium. So if you're not charging premium, if you're still running this business and trying to run in charging little money so everybody can afford it, trust me, you're doing the service to you, to your people, to everybody else around you. Because like, even now that I do have this building and I do have a spare room, I can give back. And this friend of mine was like, I'll pay you rent. I'm like, no, I don't need you to pay me rent. Just come, stay, get yourself back on your feet. Don't need to pay rent. Just stay a couple of months. You'll be good. So if I didn't have a business that I charge a premium for, and I'll be able to afford that, I won't be able to give and contribute to people that really need it at the time that they need it. So my question to you is, your business is not a side hustle. We need to stop treating your business as a side hustle and start treating your business like it's meant to be, like an empire. A business is going to be, out there is going to be so helping so many people. If you choose to create programs, they're going to be transformative for people. If they're like, influential and inspirational, and take them deep to the truth. And this is something that I'm very curious about, on how many of us doubt the way we coach, doubt the way we show up in the world, and we doubt the way that we put programs together, and thinking like, oh, nobody's going to pay that. And I hear you. And one of my biggest suggestions to all my clients is start low, because you can always put your prices up. Start low, get 10 people into that one, but then start to put your prices up, because you can't. It's not sustainable for your business to stay on a low, very, very, very low price, because you're not going to be able to add more value to the people that they actually need it. So I'm so bloody excited, because my team created this program for virtual assistants. So we got 99 virtual assistants that are active with my, they're actively working for my clients. That's what I meant. So 99 virtual assistants that are actively working with our clients now. So for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, some of them. And so those 99 virtual assistants sometimes need extra training and extra help. And we the way we structure the business until now, we're going to change that moving forward, is that we train the virtual assistant and then they're yours and you pay them directly, and we don't deal with any of that. We don't supervise your virtual assistant throughout. Again, as I said, we are going to launch something in 2022 that actually will include supervision and us monitoring how your virtual assistant work, and that's something that we're doing new. But so far, we didn't have that. So we have 99 clients that actually are craving for even more training for the virtual assistant and for the virtual assistant to grow in the business. So we're like, okay, how can I do that? How can I provide that for my clients? And how can I put that together? I just popped the question out there for my team, and boom, they created this masterclass and they created this VA silver package that clients can purchase and can have the virtual assistant supported by my virtual assistant for the next 12 months, or they can just come to a singular masterclass here and there, which is, to me, obviously I don't suggest it, because it's like sending your virtual assistant to a boot camp, for like a gym boot camp, right? It's a Tough Mudder or something like that, and they're like, you're expecting them to be fit for the rest of the year, right? You gotta continue training them, you're gonna continue supporting them, you're gonna continue giving them that supervision to be able to have an outstanding 5-star virtual assistant. But anyway, I'm just like so excited because my team put that together, and we charge, again, because it's the first group of people, we charge very little money, and then eventually we're going to obviously put the prices up, and we just got literally 12 people that already said yes and already paid, and today is the first masterclass, and it's just so exciting to see how something that I didn't even put together, my team put together. They created the packages, they created a landing page, they created everything, and boom, it's just happening. And last night I was, finished early yesterday, and tickets were coming through for the masterclass today, which is bloody amazing. So again, if I didn't play big, if I didn't take the risks and hire people and put myself out there and charge premium and choose to treat my business as a business and not a side hustle, I would have never be what I am now, that I can like walk away from my business and my business still make money without me creating anything. My team does it all now. They created, they launched it, they promoted, they put it out there, and it just happened. So I really want to remind you all the potential of your business, the potential of you as a CEO, the potential of you as a company. What could happen if you stop playing small? What could happen if you push yourself a little bit harder, a little bit out of your comfort zone, a little bit more? I was saying to my clients the other day, when I choose to grow my business, when I choose to scale something, I get a coach, I get someone that inspires me and help me to really push myself to the edge of my comfort zone so that I can really grow. And I'm expecting that coach to push me. I'm expecting that coach to call me out. I'm expecting the coach to, give me a hard time if I'm not following through. And if they don't, I'll be disappointed, because I'm like, this is what I pay for. And there's so many people out there that actually want to pay for a program and they just still want to hide. They still don't want to be called out. They still don't want to push. They still don't want to do things slow. And you can do whatever you want, right? You can do whatever is best for you, as long as you're aware that that's happening, that you are pushing away some motivation and some momentum to choose to go slow, to choose to slow down, to choose to take things, which is all okay, as long as you're aware that that's not sabotage, as long as that's not coming from a place of fear, but it's coming from a choice. And this is what all I want to do for my clients, is reminding, hey, do you have a side hustle because you want to, or because you're afraid of scaling, because you're afraid of success, because you're afraid of, if you get successful, then you might fail? What is the truth? Because once you find the truth, then we can work with it. But until we pretend and we hide and we don't tell ourselves and our coaches the truth, then I'm going to push until I find that truth. I'm going to push, I'm going to poke you, I'm going to find ways to find that truth for yourself. And I was saying that the other day to a client of mine, I'm not here to be liked. I'm not here to be liked. Like, if you remember, one of the most amazing teachers were the ones that were very tough, the ones that were very scary, and we were like a little bit, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do it. And I'm not saying that I'm scary and I'm tough and I'm that, but I tend to prefer to push my clients to the edge than watch them fail and know that they're failing and know they're sabotaging and not do anything about it. And that's a choice. And again, that choice sometimes is going to trigger people, and then sometimes it's going to get people upset, and sometimes it's going to get people annoyed. And I'm okay with that, because that's how I know that I have helped so many people. That's how I know that most people that join my academy do things, they do take action, they do implement it, they do get results, because there's no hiding in my academy. And that's what I've created. That's what I'm proud of, what I created. So the question to you is, if you are treating yourself as a side hustle, also your clients will treat your service as a side hustle. So they're not going to take it seriously. They're not going to be committed. They're not going to do everything they can to actually take the action and to implement and to make that change and the transformation that actually they paid you for. So charging little money sometimes is really making a disservice to our clients, because it's not helping them grow. It's not helping them stretch themselves. And the question to you as a coach, are you willing to be stretched? Are you willing to really walk all the way to the edge of your comfort zone and hang out there? Not touch the edge of the comfort zone, and go back inside. No, we want you to really be in that space. Be in that space where you're like, oh my goodness, here is where growth happens. Here is where you find the real you. Here is where you get greatness. Here is where you get to transform your clients.